and just a very short list if you had any positions within Central or any VSOs that you were a part of.
And VSOs
Student groups.
Student groups.
So,
Okay.
If you were part of it.
So like Ballet Folklorico?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And whenever you're ready.
Okay. So I'm Angela Arvizu Smuziak, and I received a bachelor's in human biology in 1988, and I co-termed to do a master's in sociology in 1989. And today I work in human resources at a high-tech company, Adobe Systems, here in San Jose.
And any community student groups that you were part of?
And while I was at Stanford, I was part of the Ballet Folklorico de Stanford. I was also an OV, an orientation volunteer. I also served as a theme associate at Casa Zapata my senior year, and I was a resident assistant at SODO my co-term year.
I'm actually helping out with, I was ETA also 2 years ago, helping out with the 25th anniversary of Zoot Suit.
Oh, great!
Pretty interesting. But yeah,
yes.
So just to kind of begin the questions, what was your first impression of El Centro, or maybe your first interaction with it?
So I think my first impression of El Centro came during the orientation week, my freshman year. And it was really a bit of an eye-opener. I hadn't expected there to be an actual community here at Stanford. So I think it was just some kind of mixer, and I got a chance to meet some of the upperclassmen as well as some of the other frosh from my class. And I just saw it as this place where I could come and meet others with a similar background and start to build my friendships and relationships here at Stanford.
What is your, and this is 2 questions, you can answer one of them. What is your favorite memory about Centro, or maybe what was your favorite event that sponsored by El Centro annually?
So I think some of my favorite memories here at El Centro had to do with a lot of the different celebrations and parties that we had. And it was really a chance to come together, because as a Stanford student, we're very focused, we work very hard and do a lot of studying. And I really found Centro as a place that I could come and have a good time with people that I really cared about. And so while I can't remember the exact events, there would always seem to be something going on. And there was a place that I could call home, that I could come and be a part of and have friends that either I knew really well or that I could eventually become friends with. And now it's been about 25 years since I've graduated, and many of the people that I met through the Chicano Latino community are some of my best friends today.
How did El Centro impact your experience of Latino culture between NSO and graduation? So, for example, some students come in from a very perhaps Latino background. So they'll celebrate Posadas or Dia de los Muertos, whereas other ones kind of find their roots while they're in college. How did El Centro impact your cultural development, so to speak?
Okay. So it was very interesting, because El Centro, while it was one community, we all came from different places. Some people who had been very immersed in the Chicano Latino culture, to others who may have known very little about it. I was probably somewhere in between. And so it was really a wonderful chance for me to learn a lot more about my own culture and meet people all across that spectrum. And so it really helped to enrich, not only being at Stanford, of course we have the academics, but it enriched so much a part of my own identity and who I am and who I was going to become. And so it was a very safe environment, and it was a chance to learn in a way that wasn't, it wasn't hard, right? It was just a part of the experience, and through that really made some lasting impressions on who I am today, both personally and professionally.
And kind of just as probably the last question, and once again it's a 2-part, just pick one. How did El Centro, or the services that it provides, help you to be successful academically, or how did your experiences with El Centro, how did they affect your professional career after Stanford?
So tell me those 2 questions again.
Okay, yeah. How did the resources that El Centro offers, or the events that it sponsors, help you to be more successful academically, or how did your experience with El Centro help you to be successful in your professional career after Stanford? So one is a more academic. How did El Centro influenced your academics or your professional development?
So it's interesting as I reflect back on my experience here at Stanford, there were so many different things that had an impact on me. But I definitely see my time here at El Centro and all the friends that I met here as really critical to my own development and creating or cultivating my own identity on who I was at the core. And then as I went out into the world and created my own kind of career path and professionalism, it helped me to be able to stay true to what was really important to me because I was able to explore that more while I was here at Stanford and to help me be more of who I am outside of Stanford and beyond.
Excellent. All right, and as a final part, there's going to be one segment of the documentary that that everyone says El Centro Chicano is, and then one word that they believe describes El Centro Chicano. So some of the examples before is comunidad, familia, is vibrant, is empowerment, or impactful as well. So if you could just look into the camera and try to think of
One word?
One word. That
So I don't need to say El Centro Chicano is,
or, you
just
know,
the one word.
say El Centro Chicano is, and then
Okay.
the word.
Wow,
No pressure.
that's a bit of a brain teaser.
Yeah.
There's so many things it could be. But I don't want to repeat the ones that have already been said, so, okay. The first one that popped into my head. So El Centro Chicano is relationships.
Excellent. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Well, good luck. Sounds like a fun project.
Yeah.
Was I supposed to sign something here?
Yeah. Just this release.
Is this you?
Yeah.
Whoa, love that name. How do you say that?
Guaxin.
Qualtzin. And what's the background?
It's a now. It's a now.
So cool.
Yeah. And this, we're hoping that it will be done, or it should definitely be done by the end of this academic year. But it's definitely kind of a protracted project. It's going to be a while before I can get all the footage.